Hey guys, sendai. Uh, I don't know how this video will end. I have no idea what the conclusion will be. If there will be any conclusion, probably there won't be any. But I just want to throw out a question. I want to know your opinion on this. I was thinking about this afternoon so the question is why we, or I personally, why I'm drawn towards realism, why I'm attracted to real. And this is very interesting because I had this all in my life, and it's also part of the culture, like being real. We even have this phrase that you have to be real, and we admire those who are real. But I'm trying to understand why is that, where this comes from, and how real compares to fake, and what's the added value of being real. Because there's no easy answer to this. If I only look at my own personal experience, I always thought that real is more important and more valuable than fake. But at the same time, if a lady is using makeup, I'm not. The makeup has a certain benefit. So the lady looks better because of the makeup. I'm not criticizing her. Like, I'm not telling her don't use makeup because I like you real. And so to some, I don't know. And I think about, like, probably I'm a hypocrite, but I really don't understand where the line is between fake and real, because that's pretty much the same question, like whether plastic is something that is unnatural. And can you claim that plastic is unnatural even though plastic was made within the system of nature by humans? And everything that's made within a certain system belongs to that system. So even plastic belongs to nature. It's just not directly from nature, but indirectly from nature, because it's made by humans who are part of nature. So I think these are the interesting questions. Whether even it makes sense to differentiate fake and real. I'm probably leaning toward the idea that it doesn't even matter. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But it doesn't matter why to differentiate whether something is fake or real. And but still, the question is where this comes from, that we want to differentiate fake and real, and we want to declare one of them as the winner over the other. I really don't understand that. I don't know where this comes from. It's in me, by the way. I know I've been doing this all my life. I always thought that real is better than fake, but at the end of the day, when I think about it, there are certain fake things that I have no problem with. Why is that? And those things that I consider fake, are those really fake? What even fake is? I don't know. Yeah, as I said, there is no conclusion. But I don't know what you think about this. Do you even bother differentiating fake and real? And if you do, what makes you drawn to real and realism? Okay, so let me continue. Okay, I'm thinking about, if I look at I'm a movie junkie. I love movies. I love a good story, and I can relate to those movies which are real more than those who are not real. Probably that's the key. I can relate more to what's real. Probably that's why I prefer real over fake. And probably that's the differentiation between real and fake. But what if my experience is different than your experience of real? Can I call your realism and your real life fake because I cannot relate to it? Probably if a billionaire people shows me his life, I would consider it fake because I cannot relate to that. So what's the definition of fake then? Okay, so I think we're getting somewhere here. So I definitely know that if it comes down to like art and movies and music, if I can, probably that's the definition of fake in my eyes. If I can relate to it, if I see it's real, then I call it real. If I see that something that it's not unrealistic based on my practical experience, then I will call it fake and I'm not going to relate to it. So I will dislike it. Okay. Mm, it's still bizarre why. Yes, probably that's the solution. If I can relate to something that counts as real, if I cannot, then probably it counts as fake. But this is really weird, right? So theoretically speaking, if an alien ship would land in my yard and I would see the spaceship, I would consider it fake because it's just not part of my life. It's not part of my reality to see aliens. Probably I would. Probably that's why we consider UFOs fake, just because they are not part of our personal experience. Probably they are real. Hello, conspiracy theory. There you go. UFOs are real. Breaking news. Sendai broke the myth of the UFOs. They are real. We just don't believe them. So, continuing on this matter, let's take a look example of another example. How about religion? How about God? Can you say God is real? God is not a first-hand experience of anybody. There is no single person on earth who met God or who has hands-on experience with God. Still, there are a lot of people believing God and don't think it's fake. That's bizarre. Why? Can people relate to God? I think they cannot. God is perfect, right? And we're not. How can you relate to God if you're not like him? I mean, I know God created according to his own image, but we're flawed, so that's a big difference. How can you relate to someone who is perfect? That's why I can't relate to Superman. Now I'm comparing God to Superman, but it's already getting funny. So, and by the way, I don't like Superman at all, and that's the reason why I don't like Superman, because Superman is just super boring. It's very difficult to relate to someone who cannot have any trouble, because he can punch his way out in any situation, and he will live forever and whatever. That's just something you can relate to. You can relate as much as related to a table or a desk or a bed you sleep in. Can you relate to that? It's very difficult. So, I don't know, God is still a mystery to me. Like, why people believe in God? Why? I don't think they can relate to God. It's not possible to relate to God. You can, to some extent, relate to Jesus. That's a little bit easier. Because Jesus, I mean, even Jesus did some nice tricks, right? Which are pretty tough to relate to, like the magic tricks. But at least he suffered, which is something we all do. Sorry. So I'm trying to figure out what's fake and what's real. Another thing, if we talk about, we live in a day of plastic surgery, right? It is fake. It is fake. So, do I like it? Do I disagree with plastic surgery? I don't know. It's it's an interesting thing. I may not disagree with plastic surgery, and it especially depends on the context. I mean, now I'm just trying to play it nice. Okay, I do not disagree with plastic surgery. If it looks good, it looks good. So this is nonsense. Yeah, I almost lied on live. Unbelievable. I do not disagree with plastic surgery. If it makes you look better, then I think it's good. If it don't, then it's not. Crazy. Where's my realism now? Shame on me. I'm still human. It's good to know. What else is out there, which is fake versus real? I don't know. I don't know. But it's interesting, right? It's very interesting that we keep prouding ourselves of being real and having real values and real standards in real life, and everything that's fake is below us. It's just stupid. It's just really stupid. There's what's that? So fake is real. Fake is also real. It's just something we cannot relate to. Uh, Interesting. I still really couldn't figure out like exactly. I think we are onto something according along these lines, but I don't think this can count as a final conclusion to this matter. So I'll keep thinking about it. Anyway, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think it makes sense to differentiate between fake and real? Do you do this in your life? If you do it, why? Why? What's the point? What's the motivation behind it? Why you do it? And how you define fake? I would like to know that. Anyway, that's it, guys. Sendai. Out.